Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my transfer plans for Game Week 27 and also how I'm currently getting on in Game Week 26. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below, leave a comment what are your plans for the next game week, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, before we get into the Kneejerk Reactions and my transfer plans, let's go over how I'm currently doing in Blank Game Week 26. I've had a very good game week, I cannot lie. 67 points with Bowen left to play, a game week rank of 243,000. My overall rank is now 3,400 and something, so if Bowen can deliver tonight, for the first time in a while, we'll be looking really good. But I've had a fantastic game week anyway. I really can't complain. Everything's just gone my way this week. There's not really any sugarcoating it. Martinez with a 1-pointer. Obviously, that could have been a little bit better. As a Forest fan and Martinez only getting 1 point, it wasn't really the best outcome from that kind of situation. But either way, 1-pointer. Again, I've just kind of really kept Martinez now for the blank and stuff. As I've said, the last few weeks I've just committed to blank Game Week 29. Just that being my team, just kind of dead-ending into that and then free hitting in like 34 or 37 and really attack the doubles. So that's what all my transfers are kind of leading up to now. But Ake with a 6-pointer. Really nice that he played and Kyle Walker didn't, because it kind of just made the previous game not too bad, because obviously Ake was benched and Walker went and got a clean sheet. So it kind of just rectified that, really. Gabriel with a 2-pointer. Quite happy that Newcastle actually scored in that game, because a lot of people were playing double Arsenal defence, so I think it actually helped my overall rank, them conceding late on, and it not being Gordon was also very useful. And then Estepinian with 1 point, yeah, did get benched. There was loads of like people saying, you know, leakers saying that he was going to be playing and stuff, so I was like, alright, sweet, that's really cool news, don't have to worry about him. Obviously gets benched, comes on for a 1-pointer. So yeah, I mean, that was really the last week I was going to play him. I'm never going to play him again. I don't know what's going on, especially because I think he went round for like dinner or something around the manager's house, so I've no idea. But yeah, that'll be the last game I'm playing him. I want him out of my team as soon as possible. We'll be getting rid of him for probably Reguilon or somebody like that. But yeah, all in all, the defense not doing too well this week. Ake, the only one with any kind of notable shout. The points came from the midfield this week. Douglas Luiz, what an absolute hero. I mean, 15 points. Everybody was just saying like he doesn't get any chances from open play, you know, he's a pen merchant, he's not going to do anything, and he just scores 2 goals from open play. He's got 3 and 2 now as well, because he obviously scored against United from open play as well. I think it was United or whoever it was. They scored, obviously he scored from open play, just scored another 2 goals now from open play. So I've had him for a while, obviously, so it's really nice for him to now start returning and stuff like that. But you know, at the same time, I've kind of just got him for Blank Game Week 29, but a lot of people are bringing him in now. It was really like, who do you go for? Either Douglas Luiz or Hee-Chan or Neto. And I feel like if you're free hitting in 29, you would have gone for one of the Wolves players. If you're not free hitting in 29, you would have gone for Douglas Luiz. And so if you're not free hitting in 29, you obviously just got a massive 15-pointer in comparison to Hee-Chan's 3. Like, Hee-Chan blanking and Douglas Luiz getting 15 was why I've had such a good game week. It could have gone the complete opposite way. You know, I wasn't looking at that Wolves game at all. I was just waiting for the final score and hoping. And when I saw it was 1-0, I was like, oh, Hee-Chan's probably got a goal here and probably going to walk away with bonus. But luckily, he had no involvement. I think he got an early sub as well, like 80-something minute. But yeah, Douglas Luiz getting the 15-pointer was absolutely massive. I cannot complain at all. And then Foden also getting 11 points. Yeah, obviously, just an absolute wonder kid at the moment. You know, Pep is just playing him every week, and he's just kind of, I mean, I watched that game, he just played ridiculous. Like, it's not even that, like, he got a lucky goal or anything. Like, I understand, obviously, Haaland shot and then he got the tap in, but he just played really well that game, and I can't see him being benched. I think him and Haaland and, like, Ederson are the most nailed defenders now. Most nailed City players now. I don't see him benching Foden at all. Obviously, I brought in Bowen this week for Jota. He's still yet to play. Hopefully, he can get something tonight. Areola is playing tonight, so if West Ham do keep a clean sheet, it's not ideal. I don't think they will. But I really hope Bowen can get something. If he gets something, then it's going to be absolutely insane. And then Saka also with a 10-pointer. Again, just can't stop scoring. Scored a really nice goal as well. Just out on absolute fire at the moment. Solanke with 2. Wasn't really expecting much, but did get really close to a goal. Ederson did save it, but yeah, it was like on the line or something. So yeah, got really unlucky there. And then obviously Haaland, my captaincy, getting 10 points. Did pick up an assist. Did miss a couple of chances as well. He just doesn't seem to be at it right now, but can you really go against him when he's got United at home, with United just being as bad as they are? They just lost to Fulham at home 2-1. They've obviously lost Højlund now for a few weeks. They just don't look very good at the moment. So it's one of those, like, do you go with Saka, who's got Sheffield United away, or who do you go Haaland, who's got United at home? It's one of those. Like, last time Haaland played United at home, he got, like, what, 3 goals and 2 assists. It was just a ridiculous game week for him. And then Watkins picking up 9 points. Yeah, obviously a nice couple of returns from him again. He's just Mr. Consistent. He just seems to be getting returns every single week. And then obviously on the bench had Virgil van Dijk, Palmer, Pedro Porro not playing. Van Dijk scoring in the cup though. I mean, obviously he did obviously score again, but obviously it got VAR'd off, but then he scored again. So yeah, quite happy owning him going into like the next couple of fixtures. He's just playing really, really well. And then Turner obviously getting 0. So yeah, currently on 67 points. Massive green arrow from 7k to like 3k. Obviously it doesn't sound like that much, but when you're at this rank, like, you kind of need a big game week just to go up a few places. It's actually a bit mad. But with 1 player left, hopefully West Ham concede, Bowen gets a goal. If they can win 2-1 with a Bowen brace, that would be absolutely fantastic. The way this game week's going for me, though, I could see it happening. Like I said, I've been very, very lucky this week. But either way, moving on to transfers, though, I've got 1.6 mil in the bank. And again, all my transfers now are kind of just targeting game week 29. But I honestly don't think I need to make one this week. Like, it'd be nice to obviously own like the triple up for Arsenal against that Sheffield United away side. But, you know, it's unlikely that Arsenal are going to be playing in game week 29. If they are, then I will 1000% be bringing in an Arsenal player, because obviously it's just going to be a fantastic it'll be fantastic because I'll already have like loads of players. Obviously if they do play in 29, then a lot of people will just not be free hitting because a lot of people have 2 or 3 Arsenal players regardless. Obviously we've got the FA Cup fixtures coming up and we'll find out who's playing in 29 by the end of the week, and we'll know for like before the game week deadline and stuff. So that'll just create a much bigger picture. And I mean, like, I could even see United playing in 29. Now they've lost Højlund and stuff, and as a Forest fan, obviously I want them to win. But I could definitely see Forest beating them at the City Ground. So, yeah, it might even be time to, like, start targeting United players coming up to 29 and stuff like that. But, yeah, there's not, like, a massive player that's standing out to me. Like, if anything, I've got a bit of a benching headache, really, because I don't know who to play Bowen out of Bowen and Palmer this week. I also really want Son as well. But, like, who do I get rid of for Son? You know, I could get rid of Foden, but Foden's just playing so well at the moment. That's the only player I could really get rid of because he's very much likely going to be blanking in 29. And as well as that, like, he's just on fire at the moment. He's just on an insane form. So, yeah, can't get rid of Bowen because obviously he's playing in 29. Can't get rid of Douglas Luiz. He's playing in 29. I don't have the funds to go from Palmer to Son. And I could get rid of Saka, but there's no way in hell I'm getting rid of Saka before Sheffield United away. So there's just not really anybody I could bring in for him. Obviously, Porro is another player that, you know, should be fine. He did say on Instagram not to sell him on FPL, so he should be back soon. So I'll probably be playing him this week over Ake, and then play Virgil van Dijk, who's got Forest, and then obviously play Gabriel, who's got Sheffield United away, and bench Estepinian, bench Ake. And if, you know, if Porro is injured still, then I may have to use a transfer on one of the defenders who's obviously going to be playing in 29. But again, you'll know by then anyway, like who to be bringing in and stuff. So yeah, looking nice. Again, rolling the transfer, probably the best idea this week. If I don't know when City play this weekend, I don't know if they're the early kickoff or not. If we obviously get information that Foden's benched, then I'll probably get rid of him for Son. But if he's, you know, playing, then yeah, I think it's smart enough just to roll right now and then just have 2 free transfers to really attack like 28, which obviously will be a big double. You know, if like Luton and stuff are obviously going to not be blanking in 29, you know, if Forest lose and obviously Luton lose and they do play in 29, then it will be one of those that I'll obviously try and attack as well. And again, I kind of really want to go with 2 Bournemouth players ideally in that. It might be, I mean, I'm probably going to be taking a hit. Like, there's no reason not to, really. Like, if I can bring in, like, 2 extra fixtures or something for a hit, then I'll probably do that because it will most likely work itself out. But yeah, as of right now, I think the team looks okay for 29. Like I say, I've got Watkins, Douglas Luiz, Bowen, Porro, and Martinez. So I've got 5 players that are going to definitely be playing in 29. And what I've got, the game week 27 transfer, 28 transfer, and 29 transfer. So that's 3 players that I could bring in without any hits. You know, if I avoid Bournemouth and stuff. So I'd have 8 players, 9 players if, you know, I take a hit or something, which again, I'm more than okay with. for a blank game week, because like none of the defense looked that good unless like there's some cup upsets. And apart from that, I think it would just be a massive upside free hitting in a big double instead of free hitting a couple of players in that I just don't really want anyway. But anyway, that's the transfers plan. And that's also how we're currently getting on in Blank Game Week 26. Let's move over to the Kneejerk Reactions for Game Week 27, though. And Solanke, top of the list, even though he did blank against City. Obviously, a ridiculous fixture run coming up for Bournemouth. You know, Burnley, the best double you could obviously get. Like, literally the best double you could get. Like, Sheffield United at home and then Luton at home. Probably, I'd say Burnley at home is probably a little bit better than Luton at home. But still, like, you've got the 3 promoted sides coming up, and 2 of them are at home. And it's in a double game week. Like, this guy is going to have a field day. And then after that, you got Wolves away, Everton at home, and then Palace at home, and then Luton away as well. So really, Solanke is just a strong hold until, you know, probably game week 34, really. Like, I think he'd even be really good against United at home. And then Villa, Brighton, Arsenal, obviously, you'd probably get rid of him around then. But yeah, absolute steal, really, if you haven't already got him. He is a player that is going to be very much in demand. Salah, another player that a lot of people are bringing in. Again, I'm not a massive fan of having Salah. I think I can go without him. You know, if he does play in 27, fair enough. But then he's got City at home, and then he's blanking in 29 most likely. So I'll probably just get him back in on into my team on the Game Week 30 wildcard that I'm dead ending my team into. And then they've got Sheffield United at home, which I obviously definitely want Salah for. So that's why I'm kind of wanting to wildcard as well, because I don't have to worry about trying to take transfers and stuff to reach him. I can just bring him in on my wildcard. So that's what we'll do there. But I understand why people are bringing him in, because obviously it's Mo Salah. But right now, you know, you've got Forest away, which, you know, he might not even be fit for. He probably will be. And then the City at home, and then they blank, so it's not really ideal. Douglas Luiz, another player that a lot of people are bringing in. Very happy to see his price go up, because I brought him in for 5.6, and then he went down to 5.5. So now he's back up to 5.6. I've kind of gained my money back that I lost on him. But obviously, the fixtures are good as well, like Luton away, and then West Ham away in 29. Spurs at home, obviously not the greatest fixture, but you probably don't have to play him that week. You probably got a strong enough bench where you don't have to play him, but always a bit worrying benching a penalty taker, because you never know. Saka, yeah, just steal right now. Like, just get him into your team. He's just an absolute ridiculous player right now. Sheffield United away as well, coming up really, really nice. Obviously, if Chelsea do lose to, I think they've got Leeds, you know, then that's going to change everything, because, like I say, a lot of people have Palmer, a lot of people have triple or double Arsenal, so yeah, no one will really be free hitting in 29 if that's the case. So yeah, all in all, I mean, I won't be getting rid of Saka out of my team at all. You know, I'll just bench him in 29. Like, I've got a lot of money saved up in him. I'm going to want him for, I mean, Game Week 30, obviously, wildcard's an interesting one, because you want, like, Arsenal defense, but at the same time, like, they've got City away, but then they've got, like, some pretty, like, I'll always just have Gabriel regardless. Like, I'm not going to get rid of him, but at the same time, like, there's better options on a Game Week 30 wildcard. But anyway, Saka's also being brought in by a lot of managers, and then Heung-min Son as well, who, again, is a player that I'm kind of looking at a little bit, but like I say, it's just who do I get rid of for him? I think it's just smarter to bring him in on 29 when they've got that Fulham away fixture. Because, like, Palace at home, like, obviously is a really nice fixture, but as I've already said, it just doesn't make sense to bring him in. And then they've got Villa away, which is a tough fixture. And then, obviously, it's just, you know, Fulham at home. Like, it's also weird as well, like, how many Spurs players do you have on a Game Week 30 wildcard? Because, obviously, 30 is a great fixture, West Ham and Forest, and then it's Newcastle, City, Arsenal, and Liverpool. It's, like, awful fixtures. I mean, Newcastle not as bad, but, yeah, City, Arsenal, Liverpool in a row is just a vile set of fixtures coming up. So, yeah, it's probably going to be worth having, like, maybe one Spurs player and then just getting rid of him for that fixture run. So, all in all, though, I'll be bringing him in my team regardless, because I want him for Game Week 29. Most transferred out players for 27. De Bruyne, again, I don't think I'd get rid of him. Like, he obviously did have a little bit of an injury, but United at home, like, do you really want to bench him for that fixture? I personally wouldn't. If I had him, I'd probably just hold. A lot of people might be getting rid of him for Salah, which I understand, because obviously United at home isn't probably as good as a fixture as Forest away. But, you know, at the same time, it's more money for Salah. It's a lot more money for Salah as well, and you're probably going to have to take a hit to bring him in. So I wouldn't get rid of De Bruyne. I would just, you know, you went for that transfer. It's not worked out too well, but United at home is not a fixture I would get rid of him for at all. Unless, obviously, it turns out he's definitely missing it, then fair play. Diogo Jota, Højlund, don't need to speak about them. They're both injured. Diogo Jota's out for like 2 months at least. Højlund's out for a few weeks. Don't have to speak about them. Alvarez, a player that got his first benching of the season, 15 minutes against Bournemouth. Again, another player that's a bit... like, you knew it was going to happen. Like, when De Bruyne was back and Haaland was back and stuff like that, you knew that there would be like probably minutes being managed and stuff. So maybe it is the time to offload. Like if you've got enough for Solanke, just get rid of him for Solanke regardless. At some point, I mean, if you don't do it this week, like if your upfronts like Haaland, Alvarez, and Watkins, like you're going to be bringing in Solanke in regardless. So I'd probably just do it this week. He's going to go up more money, especially before the double. You just bring him in now. Probably not for a hit, but like it's a transfer you're going to make regardless. And then Porro is another player that a lot of people are also getting rid of. Again, I'm not a massive fan of it, not just because I own him, but like he should be back for Palace at home. And then after that, you can bench him for Villa away, and then he plays in 29, then he has Luton at home in 30. So he's not a player you need to get rid of instantly. I think you can just keep him until like 30, till 33 probably. But I mean, I just want him for the 29 blank regardless. But anyway, that's going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 50 likes. It does really help out. Leave a comment. How are you getting on in Blank Game Week 26? But yeah, subscribe if you're brand new. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.